Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining. I'm going to let everybody roll on in here and fix that caption because we are not doing 37 to 7 seconds of work to rest. That's not right. What about 75 to 15? How does that sound? There we go. All right. Good afternoon. Good morning, wherever you may be joining me from. Thank you for joining. My name is Adam Fox. Hold up. Let me get all these curtains closed so you're not blinded by the light. Blinded by the light. Good. Thank you for joining me. My name is Adam Fox. I'm one of the fitness instructors here at Connected Community Health Support for our free virtual bodyweight exercise program. So today is day 118 of week 33. So good job for making it through this far, guys. And even if you have not made it through this far, you're just joining us, welcome. I don't want to get rolling into my spiel too much yet before everyone else rolls in here. So I'm just gonna give you guys just a couple minutes. Still not used to streaming at the Jake Carroll compound. My stuff's always in different positions. You never know where the table's gonna be. Putting the water bottle down on the ground, on the couch, and just a bunch of different places. But alrighty. So as I was saying, this is the 33rd week. Great job making it through. And if you guys have not been following along the whole time, that's okay. These workouts are a little intense, especially at this point in the program. We're at the 75 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest. So if that's a little bit too intense for you, you want to start at a little, easier pace, we can take a step back and you can go watch any of our replays on our YouTube or Facebook page. So what that entails, you just gotta go to our Facebook or YouTube page at Connected CHS, and we have all of our replays in order from 1 to 118, 115, somewhere in that area. So you guys can always catch one of the replays and go back so you don't have to do a workout that's a little bit too hard for you today. So any other housekeeping things I need to talk about before the stream? Yes. There's something I had to say, but I can't remember. Always talk to your physician first before starting this workout routine. Any workout routine, that is, especially if you have any underlying health conditions such as joint issues, cardiovascular, any type of health conditions that are underlying that you may need to want to go talk to your doctor about. Blood pressure issues, anything like that. That is kind of a cardiovascular issue, but that's okay. Remember, we are doing this because we love health and fitness, and we're trying to make health and fitness more accessible for everyone. We believe that you should not be excluded from the realm of health and fitness if you do not have transportation to a gym, money to go to the gym, or even a home gym at your house. We understand that, which is why we bring the workout to you right to your screen and or to your house if you want to pay us, but you don't have to, because exercise and fitness should not be a luxury cost, because we believe here that you should be able to just sign on to your computer, your TV, whatever you're watching my beautiful face on, and get a good workout in. So it should not be as difficult as it is right now. We understand there's stigmas and stereotypes behind the gym setting, and we are trying to eliminate those barriers and stigmas so that everyone can come and just hang out, have a good time, and be a part of this community. So I'm going to stop my spieling and get on with this workout. Also, we have some financial tips at the end of the day. This is the week of finance, personal finance. So we'll be talking a little bit about the challenge of the week. Same as it's been the entire week. We'll talk about the quote as well. I'll give a couple more tips. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not going to be giving any actionable advice, really, just more so tips today, some research-based tips, and some things actual financial advisors have given as tips. Not me, other people, but I will be relaying that to you because we love you. All right, let's get started here. First off, I got to adjust the camera here. All righty, first thing, let's get started with, I need to move this back a little bit. My apologies, guys. Bear with me here. There we go. All right, let's start with some ankle rolls here. Just get the lower body nice and warmed up. First, roll the ankles, doing 10 clockwise. Then we're going to go 10 counterclockwise. And for the purpose of this, we're just doing these a little bit faster because we just want to get the ankle warmed up, get some good blood flow to that area. But if you're doing these outside of the program, I would suggest doing them a little slower, controlling the range of motion at end range. So end range is when you're all the way out here and you feel like you can't go any further. That's your end range. Trying to control it and create a little bit more range of motion without compensating. All right, now we're going to go the other way. Going counterclockwise. Now, actually, this is clockwise for me, but whatever you didn't do last time, just do the opposite way. Did I say that right? Whatever you didn't do last time, do whatever you didn't do last time, do that. That's what I meant to say. All right, now let's keep going up the chain, warming up the lower body a little bit more. Just kick yourself in the butt and then kick the soccer ball. Woo, don't fall over. That was close. Sometimes I think I have better balance than I actually do. All right, now switching sides. Remember, we're doing about 8 to 15 in that area. I do about 10 to 12, but again, we are the buffet of movement. I'm not going to tell you need to do something. You do what feels best for you. All righty. Now, let me start my handy-dandy timer. All right. So let's bring open and close gates. So bring the hip, bring the knee up, open the gate, and then close it like so. And as a part of our warm-up, we always like to go from the ground up and also open up two major spots. Well, really we're trying to hit every joint, every major joint that is. We're not going to hit all 200 that's bones. But we're not going to hit all of the major joints in the body. That's just not possible. Now we're going to switch sides. But we do like to go from the ground up, starting at the ankles, going to the knees, the hips, the middle of your back, and then your shoulders and your neck. And we always try to, the two main parts that I was talking about a second ago. All right, we're done with that. Moving on to T-spine rotations. But the two of the major parts are the T-spine and the hips, because we know even if you're not necessarily a desk worker, but you got to commute at least an hour a day to work and back, you're going to be a little tight in the hips, a little tight in the shoulders, you're going to be a little hunched over. We're trying to open you up, get rid of those patterns that you've been instilled upon you all day. Try to open you up, make you feel real good. All right, one more on each side here. Perfect. Now let's do some shoulder circles. Continue to warm up the shoulders. Because we know even if you are in a desk job, there's a lot of hunched over posture like this. So what we want to do, get the head back, open up the shoulders and chest, and the hips too. So if you're hunched over like this, it's going to be harder for you to stand up straight. So just try to warm everything up today. It's called the joint by joint approach. Shout out to Mike Boyle. Even though it's not like he created the understanding of the joint by joints, but he was the one who kind of is the pioneer of doing so. All right, now we're going to go to the neck. So let's look to the left, look to the right. All you're doing is focusing on finding an object in space on each side and just looking at it. Don't focus on any of the muscles, what your muscles are doing. Just look and then look. And if you guys have been here before, you know we're kind of freaks about the whole you don't need to control what your muscles are doing. You just need to coordinate the movement. There is some good science rooted behind that. We're not just crazy, I promise. Well, we are crazy, but we're not that crazy. All right, now we're going to look down and up and down and up like so. Look at your ankle bones and then look at the sky. Ankle bones, sky. All right, we're going to get started here with the reach to the ground. Perfect. Starting right now. Sorry, I should have gave you a little bit more time there. But remember, we can do this 3 different ways. This is the hinge pattern. So we can grab the pillow, bring the pillow to the floor, and come back up, just like you're picking something up off the ground. The best way to align yourself for this is hands on your hips, push to your knees, nice lower back alignment. Now, pick up the pillow and stand back up. So there's that way. Also have the single leg floor touches, like so. Just gonna kickstand one leg out, most of your weight's on the front foot or the leg that is doing the work, so to speak. Or we can do the good old-fashioned bridge, which I will demonstrate after this round. I'm gonna go back to the 2 foot. This is called the bilateral, not the staggered stance. Remember, all this really is picking something up off the ground. That's the best way I like to think about it, is you just pick it up, then put it back down. Pick it up, and then put it back down. You don't got to focus on any muscles or joint angles. Just let your body do the work for you. And we are done. There we go. Now remember, this is 75-15, so this is going to go, 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 go. Not going to have that much time to talk in between, which I'm sure you guys will be happy for, because you won't have to listen to me the entire time. But the next one we're moving on to is the external rotations, like so, starting now. So you're going to come back, rotate, come back, rotate like so. And remember, you can do these bent over, but we would prefer if you did them standing. It's because these muscles, I've said this every time, or I've said this not every time. I said this earlier this week when I streamed, but these muscles here are not very large, and they're usually synergistic muscles, meaning that they work in conjunction with other muscles, kind of as helper muscles. So they are very prone to fatiguing, which means we do not need to do a lot of range of motion to get them to work. As you see here, I'm not even going to 90, because once I start to go to 90, my hips start to turn, you're starting to compensate and not really just use the shoulders. So only go as far as you can without having to crank your lower back or have your hips, or not your hips, your ribs flare out like this. So you don't want to be looking like this at the top. Here, here. Keep on going, guys. Only got 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and cut it. And you should feel that all in the shoulder capsule right here. A little bit in the front and the side is where your external rotator innervates, is on the side in here. So you should feel it in the sides and make it just a really good shoulder workout. All right, now back to the shoulders, doing the raise the roofs. So all I want you to do is from the pocket right here, right? Pretend like you're a boxer. This is your pocket. You're reaching towards the sky like this. Just reach towards the sky and then bring the hands back down. And the same thing applies for the range of motion aspect when it comes to reaching overhead as it does with the external rotation that we were just doing. If you can only go right here without your lower back starting to crank, then only go right here, all right? You don't have to overextend yourself and compensate and sacrifice the quality of the movement. All you need to do is reach up as high as you can, and if you reach out a little bit, you'll save a little bit of range of motion, so you don't have to crank that lower back like so. So just keep on reaching towards the sky. If you can only go up a little bit, that's okay. It's 75 seconds of this. We understand this is hard. Hell, I'm burning right now. And I've been doing this workout program for 33 weeks. So it's okay. It's understandable. Just keep on pushing. Even if you have to go nice and slow, take a couple seconds in between each one. Just keep on moving. Keep the body moving. And we are done. There we go, guys. Good job. The next one we got is the cross body crunch. So it's a little bit of a step up or a progression, if you will, from last week's. So you're going to go here. So you're going to start out front, middle, back, and go. Front, middle, and back, and middle, and front, and back. And you will feel this in the shoulder a little bit too, just because the last 2 movements we've done were shoulder exercises. And the law of movement, the theory of movement consequence is that the previous movement that your muscle has been doing, the muscle is going to want to move like that again and going to be inhibited in moving any other way. So that burning you're feeling right now is totally normal. It's okay. Now we're going to switch sides. Give that arm a break. Give that side of your core a little break. Bring the knee up. Almost like you're doing like a jig. just like so. And as you can tell from myself, it does not always look the same from side to side. That's okay, because we are not, we are, what is it called? Unilaterally dominant. There we go. All right, we are done. Whew. What that means when I say unilaterally dominant is just that as creatures, we have a dominant side to ourselves, so we tend to favor that. And the other side, the movements are a little bit different, which is okay. Now we're back to the squats. So coming down, all you need to think about here is touching your butt and standing back up. Or sit down and stand, just like that. Sit and stand, sit and stand, sit and stand. Don't focus on squeezing any muscles or keeping anything tight. Just sit and stand. Just like so. And also, guys, for any of you wondering how we got from 30 to 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest just about 3 weeks ago, to 75 to 15 now. This is periodized over 12-week periods. So we do 4 weeks at 30 minutes, 4 weeks at 45 minutes, and 4 weeks at an hour. And we are constantly changing the volume of work to rest to make sure that you guys do not plateau. So you're constantly getting that adaptation, cardiovascular adaptation. So you're constantly losing that weight. All right, stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. But it's just the reason that it's ever changing is so that you guys continue to adapt and you don't plateau. So there's more progress. And you keep on losing that weight. All right. Now we're doing the chest flies. So we can do the push-ups or the chest flies. I'm going to do the chest flies first, push-ups next round, and then alternate half and half for the third round. I know it seems weird, why are you doing chest flies with no weight? But if you are following this program for the 5 days that we are at now, doing push-ups for 75 seconds, 3 times a day. So I'm not great at math, admittedly, but that's almost 4.5. It's almost 4 minutes of straight push-ups. Right? Did I do that right? Yeah, that's just about 4 minutes of straight push-ups every day, which, although you are still going to get a good adaptation from that, that's a very slippery slope when it comes to overuse injuries. So we just want to make sure we're not overusing any of those muscles or the shoulder capsule in general. Just giving you guys a little bit of a break, right? So not just hammering away on your chest every single day. Because your body likes variety. Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. And you'll still feel it. You're not going to have the same feeling as you would from, pushing your body off the floor, but you'll still feel a little bit of a good chest workout from that. All right, now back to D2. So pulling from here, pressing down. Pulling with your palm facing towards your face, and then pushing away so the palm is away from the body like so. Pull and push. And we are going to do about half on one arm and half on the other. I apologize if I roll through and just do like a minute and a half or a minute on one arm. I've done that a couple times in the past, so I do apologize if I do that again. Now I'm talking about it, so I know I won't. Keep on going. Almost there for the switch, and switch. I know it seems like a really weird movement that we're doing, but this is actually a really good PT shoulder exercise that we figure would be good to incorporate with the external rotation and the raise the roofs. Just as a little additive, so to speak. All right, keep on going, keep pulling and pressing and pulling and pressing. Just a couple more seconds. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. All right, now we're moving on to boxing. So all it's going to be Getting a nice either bilateral stance, both feet even with each other, shoulder width apart, or staggered stance like this and just throw your arms. Well, don't throw them, but throw some punches. I'm going to switch my stance about halfway through just so I get a nice little burn in the calves too, because you should be in an L fashion with your feet. So what that means, left foot is here, right foot's there. So it's a nice little L. That's the technical stance for boxing, but what do I know? I took 2 classes of boxing. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I can throw a punch, but it doesn't mean I know what I'm talking about. All right, and let's switch. Perfect. Keep on throwing them bows. Channel your inner Pacquiao or Mayweather, or whoever your favorite boxer is, as long as it's not one of the Pauls. Speaking of that, I don't know if you guys saw, apparently Logan Paul is supposed to be fighting Mike Tyson. I don't know how that's fair, but all Mike Tyson needs to do is get him once, and he's going to sleep. But like I said, I'm not a boxer. I don't know what I'm talking about. Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Woo! All right, good job, guys. Made it through the first round. Give me a high five. High five, made it through the first. Got 2 more. Back to the hinge. I'm going to do the bridge this time, as promised last time. So you're down here in this position. You're bridging up. Make sure there's a straight line between your armpits and your knees. And push yourself up like so. And you can focus on putting weight into your heels. If you want to change up where you feel it a little bit, just push weight in your heels so the tips of your toes are off the ground. Or you can do the tips of your toes so your heels are off the ground. You'll just feel a little bit different. You're still going to get basically the same movement, just having a burn in the calves a little bit more, or you'll feel it in the hamstrings a little bit more if you go to your heels. Or you can just do the good old-fashioned, every part of your foot's on the ground. You don't got to be extra. Keep on going here, guys. There also, I'm talking about the tidbit and the quote today, we have some great news about a partnership with CDPHP. And I got to give a big shout out to the HVCC staff and Professor Blanchard. And we are done. But big shout out to Professor Blanchard for hooking us up with the CDPHP people. So thank you. If you are watching, we really appreciate it. We're going to email you later today and give you our CCHS thanks. So now we're doing the external rotation. So from here, hands all the way out, bring them in, and rotate. Good, just like this. Excuse me. That little extension I just did right there is just because my shoulder feeling like I could get a little bit more range of motion. Just trying to touch the wall over here. Touch the wall, bring the hands up as high as you can, and come back. You see how this range of motion here is very, very minuscule. It's only about 20, 25, 30, maybe 30 degrees. Just trying to get enough to get a little bit of rotation so we're not compensating using other parts of our shoulder when we really don't need to. Keep on going. Got about 10 more seconds. If you can't make it through the whole 75, that's okay. Make it through whatever you can, and then just wait for the time. We got 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go, guys. Good job, good job, good job. Coffee's making me feel like I'm eating a cotton ball right now. All right, back to raise the roofs here. So hands just pressing up like so. You can go nice and slow because this is 75 seconds, so this is going to be a little rather difficult, especially after doing those external rotations. Just go nice and slow. Touch the sky. Slow down, slow up. Another thing that I cannot really do because I'm talking the entire stream. Obviously, I'm still breathing, but I want to make sure you guys are breathing in your nose and out of your mouths, just to emphasize the importance of nasal breathing and all of its health benefits, all the health benefits that it has. So just make sure you're breathing through the nose, out of the mouth. Try to exhale for longer than you inhale as a general rule of thumb. It's a common thing we have, not just in this country, but in most countries around the world, is that we are chronic inhalers and not exhalers. We do not exhale fully, which can lead to not a plethora of problems, but a couple different physiological abnormalities, so to speak. But we'll talk about that a different time. There we go. All right. Trying to filibuster just to get that set done, because the only thing I can think about is my shoulders burning, to be 100% honest with you. All right, now going back to the cross-body crunch. Remember, from here, crunching that knee to elbow, elbow to knee, whatever you want to call it. We're going to switch halfway through, remember. And if you guys do want to know more about the effects of nasal breathing, just ask. I'm not going to go on too long of a rant. I love breathing. I think it's like a hidden key for athletic and overall general health and performance. But I have a lot of opinions that not a lot of people agree with, but that's okay. And we're switching sides now. If everyone agreed with everyone's opinion, there would be no individuality. So it's okay to have opinions that are a little fringe. As long as they're not like, no eating for 72 hours and then working out at maximal output. That doesn't make any sense. But other opinions, like breathing is one of the most underrated and underused tool for athletic performance. That's a different opinion. That's acceptable. All right, and we are done. There we go. Halfway through the workout now, moving back to the good old squats. Remember, sit down in the chair, stand back up. It's that easy. Don't overcomplicate it. Let your brain do the work. Find your chair. Oh, thought my knee needed to crack there. Find your chair. Touch your butt to it. And then stand. If you want, you can sit and stand like that. Just makes it a little bit easier for you. Or you can just keep on keeping on with the touch and goes, as I call them. Touch your butt to the chair and then stand up. Just like so. And also, guys, I know we've been slacking on the social media a little bit here. We had some issues we're dealing with, but now everything is A-okay. We will be posting more content on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of our social medias. So make sure you're looking out for that. Some recipes, some more fitness posts and exercises and whatnot. So just make sure you keep your eye out for our page. We're gonna have a lot of good stuff coming to you. All right, 3 more seconds. 2, 1, whoo, and cut it. I'll tell you what, squat for 75 seconds. And make you have buns of steel. All right, now let's go back to the push-ups. Remember, we got 75 seconds to do these. Let's just take our time. Drop down for a 1, 2, 3. Come back up. Drop down 1, 2, 3. Come back up. Make sure you're dissipating your weight evenly between all of your fingers. Coming down for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then control the push up. I realized I was going a little jerky there. Push up. 1, 2, 3, and push up. 1, 2, 3, and push up. 1, 2, 3. Remember, this eccentric aspect is very important too. Coming down nice and slowly. That's where you're going to gain a lot of your ability to do a push-up, is to be able to lower yourself to the ground. That's where most of the muscle action is occurring. And press. We got 2 more here. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Last one here. 1, 2, 3. And we are done. There we go. Good job, guys. Like I said, I know those are definitely tough to do for 75 seconds. So get as many as you can and focus on that slow eccentric. We want quality of movement over reps, all right? Ooh, excuse me. All right. D2s again. Pull and press. Just like so. Pull it and press it. Pulling and pressing. Have some hair in my mouth. Hopefully that's not cat hair because I was just laying on the ground. Ew. All right. Keep on pulling and pressing, guys. Just a couple more seconds on this arm, then we're going to switch. All right, and let's switch it. Pull to press. Pull it and press it and pull it and press it. You need a DJ or something. I know we've been asked that before. Why don't we have music? Because we don't want to get in trouble with copyright. We don't want Twitch to take us down because we love you guys. We love working out with you. So we're going to try to maintain that for as long as we can and not get kicked off Twitch for playing music. Maybe one day we'll have a tech guy or something so we can chop it up so it's only 30 seconds of each song or whatever is inside the copyrights. I don't know. All right, and there we go. We are done. Done with that. We got 1 more in this set, and then we got to run through 1 more time the full set, and then we're done. Remember, we are back to boxing now. So you can get in that bilateral stance or staggered. I'm going to start in the bilateral. Just throw back and forth. And also, one other thing, I was talking about being unilaterally dominant. Sometimes people will try, because they feel a certain way on their dominant side, they try to copy it or imitate it on the other side. Both of your limbs do have usually have different jobs for a task. So trying to replicate what one side does to the other is usually a little disingenuous because it's not really going to imitate it. It's not going to be exactly the same because it's not the same. It is the same structure, but it's not the same. It is developed differently, so the structure is slightly different. So don't think, oh, my right arm, I can press so much, or it's so easy to do overhead. My left arm is hard. You don't want it to copy the other arm. It's individual to that. So make the movement its own individual movement. Sorry, that was a little rant. That was a little much, but it's totally fine. Keep on going here, guys. Got 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Good job. Give me a high five. Made it through 2 sets. 1 more. This one is a doozy today. 75 seconds. It's really hitting today, guys. All right. Back to the floor touches. Remember, grab your pillow, put it on the ground. Hands from hips to knees. Pick up the pillow and put it back down like so. Pick it up and put it down. If you have any friends, family, coworkers, anyone you think might benefit from this program, don't be shy. Spread our name to them. Get our name out there. Let them know there's a community here willing to help reach their health and fitness goals, whether you're trying to just increase your quality of movement or you're trying to lose weight. We are here to help. We got free resources as well, so go check out all of our social media pages and our weekly blogs and whatnot. And like I said, we'll have some more social media content coming to you guys. Keep on going down and up. Remember, if the more vertical, if you're using a pillow, more vertical, the easier it's going to be, the more horizontal, the more range of motion in your hips you're going to need to achieve. And we are done. There we go, guys. Woo! All right. Back to those external rotations. Kind of like we're doing like a wave, like a royal wave, except you're not turning your hand side to side, something like that. Pull back, come up, just like so. That's all you gotta do is bring it up. And back down. Up. Remember, don't force anything. If your lower back's starting to kink a little bit, don't force anything. Just rotate as much as you can and come back down. Doesn't have to be anything too extravagant, anything crazy. Just keep on keeping on, guys. Only got 30 more seconds. I know these workouts are tough, even if you only made it through 2 sets. Good job. You got to take the small victories in stride to your larger goals and successes, right? Those small victories, even if you feel like you failed, you're still doing better than doing nothing, right? Because being sedentary, not doing anything is failing. Even coming and doing 1 set or even half a set, that's better than doing nothing, right? So good job, guys. Keep powering through. And we're done with that set. Good job, good job, good job. Checking the time here. We are still good. Back to them overhead raises. Shake the arms out a little bit. Try to get some new sensation in there. It's not just burning. And let's go. Remember, we don't have to do these ridiculously fast. We'll just do it nice and slow. Reach up. Try to touch the sky. And remember, breathing through the nose, out of the mouth. That's especially important if you're doing overhead range of motion, because breathing does affect your shoulder and hip range of motion. I know you don't think of, oh, my hips, why do my hips matter in overhead range of motion? Well, your diaphragm does control, or does have some innervations around your hip muscles. So the more taut the diaphragm is, the more it pulls on their psoas and your hip flexors. So make sure you're exhaling completely. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth. The golden standard for breathing should be about 2 to 4 seconds inhale and a 4 to 8 seconds exhale. But you don't gotta count it out in your head. Just think exhale longer than you inhale. Keep on going, guys. Only a couple more. Come on, fight through that burn. 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Whew. I know those ones are burning. Those ones are hurting today. It's okay. We're almost done, guys. We got 5 more exercises. I told you I'm not good at math. Trying to do quick math on top of my head. All right. So from here, I don't know what I was just doing. Just extend that leg out. Crunch in, crunch, and crunch, and crunch, and crunch, crunch. Keep on going. Almost time to switch. And switch. Keep on going, guys. Get the foot in front, middle, and back. Got about 20 seconds left. Keep on going. That's how you know I'm getting tired. I stopped talking. Only got a couple more seconds here. Come on, guys. And 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Halfway through this last set. And then we got that quote of the day, or quote of the week, I should say. And tidbit, and you guys can get out of here. I'll stop yelling at you. All right, back to those squats. Remember, touch the button, go. This is 75 seconds, so pace yourselves. You don't got to go ballistic through them. Go at your own sustainable pace. So if you can get 10 in the first 15 seconds, just aim for that. Aim for that pace for the entire time. Don't burn yourself out doing too much. to try to keep the pace sustainable. Because 75 seconds of squats is not easy. Keep going. Touch the butt and go. And if you ever want to add some resistance to these squats, maybe not for the 75 seconds, but in the future, if you just grab something, put it eye level, hands like this, you'll get a little bit of an extra core workout doing that too. Even though doing squats and all these movements with any resistance is going to be a core workout regardless, but that's okay. Keep on going, stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go, guys. Good. Oh, I almost gave you a high five. Too early, too early. All right, back to the chest flies. We're going to switch halfway through. So do half chest flies, half push-ups, starting now. Touch the fingertips together, drop the hands back down, catch them and bring them up. Keep on going. Drop the hands and pull them back. Drop the hands and pull them back. Almost think about it as like they're catapults. They're dropping back and you're firing them back up. Dropping down, fire them up. I know some of my analogies are a little in left field sometimes, but that's okay. As long as I'm getting the message across, I know you all know what a catapult looks like, so it's a good reference point. Oh, we got to switch, whoopsies. Over to the push-ups. Down 1, 2, 3. Remember, make sure those hands are under your chest. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Keep going, guys. Last 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Good job. 2 more, and then we're done. Stick with me here, guys. I know it's tough. I know it's sweaty. It's not enjoyable. But the enjoyable part is how you feel after. I know it's cliche, but it's true, guys. All right, pull from the top and press it down. I used to hate when I'd hear coaches say that, but I mean, the more and more I train, the more I realize it's true. Is that it may suck in the time being, and maybe for the immediate hour after, depending on how hard you worked out, but the next day, as long as you can stand and walk and move without your muscles being extremely sore, you know, like sort of the point where it inhibits what you're trying to do, you do usually feel better after. Unless you just absolutely beat the crap out of yourself, then maybe you won't feel the best. But we're not trying to do that to you here. Switch sides now. Trying to give you a heart workout, a heart pump, while getting your body feeling good too. Because that's the key to losing weight is consistency, cardiovascular adaptation, consistency, right? Keeping the body moving every day. Even if it's just not doing CCHS and going for a walk, going for a 20, 30, even a 10-minute walk, right? Just staying moving and active and not getting stuck in that sedentary rut, so to speak. Almost done, and cut it. There we go. All right, last one here. I'm going to change it up a little bit. So for the first minute, I want you guys going at that sustainable pace we were talking about with the squats. Same thing applies, sustainable pace, keep the arms moving. Last 15 seconds, as hard as you can, give me everything you got. Ready? Let's go. So just nice and easy. Nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy. Well, not easy, but you know what I mean. Should say consistent. And this is some good single leg stability too. If you're not great with balance, just try to keep your heels an inch off the ground in this staggered stance. And the change of your center of mass with your arms moving will offset your balance. So it'll force you to just stabilize a little bit. It feels real nice. Maybe for me, I don't know, try it out. Remember, buffet of movement here. Not telling you to do anything, just giving suggestions. All right. 5 more seconds than everything you guys got for the last 15. You ready? 2, 1, and come on, guys. 10 more seconds. Come on, keep those arms moving. Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go, guys. Give me a high five. Good job. Whoopsies. I actually hit the camera on that one. All right, now we're going right into the cool down. Grab a drink real quick if you need it. I know I do. All right. We are going to fix that. We're going to change the warm-up or the cool down. Jeez, I really messed this thing up, didn't I? I'm going to stop hitting the camera at him. What we're going to do, slowly bring the arms up. Focus on breathing, circling the arms back around. Circle them up, reach towards the sky. Nice and slow. Up, 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 up. Turn the thumbs towards the ground, reach towards the ground. Come back up. Perfect. All right, now let's shake the arms out a little bit. Right, shake from the wrists and the fingers. Remember, while you're doing the cool down, breathing through the nose, out of the mouth. Trying to calm your body down right now. Your body's like a sports car, right? You just drove 45 miles at 90 miles an hour. Now we got to turn the engine off, let it cool down a little bit, right? All right, now let's go to the legs. We're going to change it up a little bit what we're doing. We're going to go down like this and back up. So down like this and back up. So the hamstring might be a little tight from all those squats and hinges. So down like this, like you're almost like you're a windmill, right? Just like that. Now let's switch sides. One side's gonna be a little more goofy than the other, and that's okay. For me, it's gonna be this side. Or kind of like you're doing like a wheelchair, you know, like the cat daddy or whatever, I don't know, whatever that thing, whatever that stupid dance was called in high school. All right. Perfect. All right. Now let me grab the chair. We're going to do some breathing. I want to talk to y'all. Remember, in the nose, out of the mouth.
Activity completed.
Thank you, Siri. All right. So that's what I got for you for the workout portion of today. Whew, this shirt looks like I just jumped in a pool. Speaking of water, let me grab mine. All right. Alrighty. So, thank you for sticking around. Great job today, guys. Give me a high five. Good job. Proud of every one of you for making it through. I know it's tough some days. Some days are a lot easier than others. But making sure that you're at least showing up and getting at least a couple exercises in, even if you only do half of the first set. Take those tiny victories, right? Make sure those don't go unrealized. Make sure you internalize that as, hey, I still got in there today. I still showed up, because that's what's important, is making sure you're consistent, like I was talking about a second ago. But great job today, guys. I'm going to move on. I'll stop rambling here in a second once I'm done with, where did it go? Once I'm done with the quote of the day and the challenge of the week. Remember, this is the personal finance week. So we're going to be going back a little bit on the research. We're not going to be too heavy on it because, like we said, we are not financial advisors, but we'll give you tips from people who are financial advisors, right? So the quote of the week is that wealth is largely a result of habits. And we talked about this earlier in the week. I know Seth did as well about those small habits, the things that add up. And I know Jacob talked about that as well, making sure that we are understanding those tiny habits that we may have that may be putting us in financial turmoil, whether it's, the whatever gas station and or coffee shop or pizza place that you stop at and grab either food, beverage, whatever it may be, those things that are slowly adding up that you may not realize can be affecting your overall financial status, right? Your overall financial wealth, that is. So make sure that we're just addressing those. And if we don't need those habits, making sure we're cutting them out like that. Do we really need that large Starbucks, or is buying a little Yeti mug, or not even a Yeti mug, a mug in general, and making your own coffee for, whatever it is, $10 a pound will get you 40 something servings. Is that better, or is that Starbucks coffee really that needed? Those types of habits we're talking about. But for the challenge of this week, just removing one unnecessary spending habit, right? Just trying to figure out what things are sustainable. A habit where ending it isn't going to be detrimental to your health or your wealth, either or, and just making sure that we're taking the time to realize those things we may not need. And maybe it's smoking, maybe it's drinking, maybe it's like I said, maybe it's that slice of pizza every Friday night, right? It's not good for the body or the wallet, but that's up to you guys to decide which things you're going to take out of your schedule. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word there. But all right, but that's all I got for the challenge of the week. Some of the things I was going to talk about is other kind of tips that I've been doing, and this is based off of financial advisors that to be honest with you, I was Googling money saving tips from financial advisors, and the top two that I was seeing is just keep the first one. This is kind of an obvious thing. I know for myself, it's something I struggle with, but just keeping track of your spending, whether it's on like a Google spreadsheet or whether you physically, old fashioned, like the pen and paper, just writing down the things that you're buying, writing down the amount of money that you're making, and pretty much just making sure that you are keeping track of it and you're staying consistent with understanding how much money you're spending, right? And then one of actually kind of two other things is that online bill paying. So one of the advisors were talking about making sure that you have recurring bill payments on, so that you don't miss bill payments and there's no interest and penalties and fees, because that can amount in on average between $27 and $1,500 per year of an individual. That's per individual for expenses that, like I was saying, late fees and other types of add-ons that they get you with if you are late on your bills. And then the other thing was trying to downgrade any services that you may not need, like a cheaper cable package, or if everyone in your family has a cell phone, just considering getting getting rid of your landline, because that's an extra $30 a month that you don't need to be spending. Or if you all have unlimited data, there's just different things like that. Maybe just different ways you can cut down on your service costs. And it doesn't just have to be with phone and cable. That can be any type of service plan. Hey, maybe it's a gym. Maybe you're spending too much money on a gym membership every month. You can come here, work out at CCHS for cheap. No, I'm just kidding. But you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to give you guys a sales pitch, but there is always that option if you want to come work out with us online or in person. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. We got Jacob Carroll coming in at 7:30 tomorrow morning for day 119 of our free bodyweight exercise program. Until then, check us out on our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff. Connected CHS. That's all I got for you, though. Thank you again, and we'll see you tomorrow morning bright and early. I will see you Monday morning bright and early at 7:45. All right, guys. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and take care. Adam Fox signing out.